guys, today I have a spotlight video here of a individual that has been on this channel many times before. She has hit her 1 year anniversary getting P'd indeed on the online dating apps. She's been riding the carousel, and she's been doing it for a year. So we're gonna catch up with her. She's gonna tell us all about it, and there's a lot of twists and turns in the story. Let me tell you.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
You blew it.
It's been a year since I've been on the dating apps, and I thought I'd do a little recap of what that year looks like. So a little story time. I got separated last January 2023. I moved out in March 2023. I popped on the dating apps, I don't know, sometime around, so it's maybe not exactly a year, but sometime around May or June. Now it is May 2024, and I will do a little recap of what that year has looked like. When I first got on the dating apps, I was clearly still married. And ours was new. It wasn't well known, like not many people about it. So I was curious, so was he, but at the same time, it was like people to start finding out about the divorce that way. So we were a little bit hesitant to go on the dating apps, but when I first got on the dating apps, I did the thing. I got on Tinder and I did the whole like not using pictures, the initials, like all this shady stuff that you see, which led to me getting banned. So I am actually banned on Tinder, which is absolutely okay. But I did meet someone that way. In fact, it was an interesting intro into the dating apps because the amount of people that swiped on me with absolutely zero pictures and no name, I think I used my first initial, was a very clear wake-up call that lots of people are just going to swipe. Oh, it's hot. I had to turn my car on. Okay, so I did meet someone, and the person I met, looking back now, was clearly a casual friends with benefit situation, but I was still in a wifey mode, and our relationship was so not a relationship that I think I saw him once a month. We really did not talk, but I was so loyal to him because I just thought that's what you did. And that went on for like the whole summer. I think I did go on like one date with somebody over the dating apps other than him, but I was like so loyal that one person until September. I finally was like, what are you doing? Start dating other people. So to not make this super long, I'm just going to share a recap of the entire year. I actually wrote it down.
Okay, before she gets into this, I am going to make a quick comment, and I'm going to say that this is not uncommon. These women, they will actually hop on the dating apps even before the divorce is final. So, in cases, these women are already on dating apps, even if they're thinking about telling their husband about a divorce. This is months in advance. They will get on dating apps and start hooking up with dudes even before they've even thought about telling the husband about a divorce. Like no paperwork, they're already cheating because they're going to break up with their husband anyway. The husband has no idea. The husband's been doing everything right, but you know now she's gonna go hang out with Tyrone for a couple days. You know, this all the time. This is a common thing that you'll see with married women. Is even before they think about initiating a divorce, they'll already be cheating with multiple men, and then they'll just it'll play out one of two ways. Either the husband finds out, and then the divorce happens then and there. Or she will just cheat and cheat and cheat until, these already hit her from being passed around like the bachelor party stogie. And then obviously come clean, and then the divorce will happen. Those men, let me tell you, it happens a lot. And yeah, there's a lot of damage takes place in that period of time. And that is why I always say that it really doesn't matter what you do as a man. You're not going to get any sort of commitment from women like this, women that in marriages, and that even she just said it. She said, we couldn't even wait until we were divorced. We both wanted to jump on the apps. That's a lie. He didn't want to jump on the apps. He didn't care about the apps. You were the only one that cared about the apps. He probably get as far away from you as possible. And if that meant pushing you into the arms of Chad and Tyrone, then that's what he was going to do. Let's continue.
How many dates did I go on? I actually don't know how many went on, but I know maybe a or two, who knows, but I actually wrote them down on how many people I physically saw. Like, I actually met. This is not just people I chatted with. I actually met. In that year, I actually met 23 people.
She smashed 23 people in a year.
Good.
It's 2 people a month.
That's 2 a month. And so if you're a parent with like a 50 schedule, that would essentially be like one person on a weekend. It's not really that bad. But there's periods where I just didn't date at all. And then periods where I went on like 3 dates a weekend type thing. But all in all, for the year, I met 23 people. How many people did I start conversations with? There's just, can't tell you. I mean, I had a point when I was like all in, I need to just get out there, experience different people, blah, blah, blah. Talking to like 16 different people on the dating apps. That was just crazy. I don't know. I read this book about basically like lower your, you'll end up alone. Essentially it was, I can't remember the title. Anyway, basically it said get to the core of what it is you really need in a relationship. So if like love and reciprocity, like if those are actually what you need, do you really need them to be a certain height or a certain political or whatever, you know? I don't know. But anyway, I went with it. I tried to be like more open and expand like who I was interested in, and I was like, I'm so hot, to too many people. I cannot tell you how many times I've deleted the apps. And just so you know, just delete them. Like, I know people pause and like they don't want to lose their matches. Promise you, they'll come back. They all people will rematch you. I literally have no idea how many times I've deleted Hinge and Bumble. Those are like the only that I really get on, is Hinge and Bumble. And when I am just overwhelmed and done with it, or just underwhelmed a lot of times, I just delete it all. I just delete the whole thing, and then I start over when I feel like it.
And this is one of the many privileges that women seem to when it comes to dating apps, because men do not have this same experience. Even her, even her late 40s, early 50s. How old was she? I think she was in her 50s. Even a woman in her 50s is, like she said, going to get plenty of DMs, going to get plenty of matches. She was talking upwards to 16 different dudes. And you better believe these are going to be the top tier Chad Tyronicus dudes that are going to be laying pipe with her multiple days a week. And 16 of them in rotation. So, you know, you do math. That's just, you know, a little bit for you. A little thing y'all can work up later. But yeah, when you're getting dogged by so many dudes, you kind of think that's normal. Like, oh, if a man downloads Tinder, he's going to be able to just get with all these different women. Not every man. A very small percentage of men can do this. A very small percentage of attractive men, or men that have, you know, are assets or good to do financially, you know, these times. Absolutely. They're able to get on dating apps. They're able to pay that, you know, $300 and get all those top tier matches and kind of sort of their way through these dating apps. But normal dudes, they're not going to any matches in a lot of cases, or you know, maybe you were getting robbed by 2 different guys a month, and you know, you're a man might get 1 match every 6 months, and that match ends up being a bot trying to sell him some crypto or something.
And it's fine. It's fine. So 23 people. And you know what? It's kind of fun. I didn't go through the whole list, but at least I would say there's a good number of these people that I had like a real feeling about. Like, I could see myself really working on a relationship with them. At least like 1 a month last 4 months. That's pretty good. But what you find is that we are all at different stages of dating. I myself was at different stages of dating. Men are at different stages of dating. And I have dated the youngest person. The youngest person I dated went on a date with, 26. And the oldest person was 49. Recently, I've decided to try in the 50s. And I was talking to 2 gentlemen in their 50s, but that just did not go anywhere, really. So I actually tried to titrate up to the 50s, and then I met someone. So I'll just in one video share with you, I'm actually on my way to go to his house now. But on Hinge, okay, back up. A friend of mine actually went to a town that was like an hour and a half away. So yes, he lived an hour and a half away. She went to a town on a Friday night and said, oh my gosh, the guys there are just so different. She just went with some girlfriends, and the guys were just approaching her. Everybody in general, the vibe was just friendly. People were chatting. She had guys like literally physically arms around her, like pursuing her olden days. And she's just like, it was so different. And I'm like, let's go. You know, it's Saturday night. Let's go. I'll drive. So we drive, we go to the same bar, live music, I don't even drink, but we sat there, and I just decided to pop on Hinge and relocate to there, and decided to just like, I'm just gonna get on here, see who's like matched me on Hinge. I'm gonna match and just see if they want to come out. Like, why not? I matched with a guy on Hinge like 9 p.m. and he was there, maybe, I don't know the times, but he was there like within an hour, and we just hit it off.
I'm gonna make one quick comment here. Imagine you are at a establishment, you are at a wherever they're at, pub, and you have to think that if you're a woman at one of these places and these men are wrapping their arms around you, what type of men do you think these women are talking about? That's just something to kind of ponder. Hear women talk about, oh, well, I was at this bar and these men are so different. They were wrapping their arms around me and they were me. Yeah, we know the type of men that are pursuing you. Okay. But I hate to say this, but these women never understand that there are going to be men out there that will act this way, that just want to smash. That's all they want to do. They're not worried about anything else. And so, you know, she said this guy, maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. Odds are usually online dating does not work out. But let's continue the clip, and then I'll have my final comment.
So I'll tell you more about it. I'm just kind of enjoying it, if I'm being honest. He's without a doubt, out of all 23, the most excited I've been about any of them. I'll tell you more about it. But what was funny, okay, so she said, you know, these got Friday night, one was like literally coming up behind her and like wrapping his arm around her, like, you know, and the thing is, on Saturday night, this guy that I'm going on a date with, or dating, whatever, before we left, like wrapped his arms, like he didn't even know this, but like wraps his arm around my neck. I'm like, how funny is that? But anyway, just keep going. I will share more about my journey in dating and the things that I am learning as I have now started dating somebody I'm really into. And so what does my communication style look like? What's my effort and willingness to give up my time look like? Like, how does it look different now that I'm actually with somebody? And there is people that I have been interested in, but it just didn't reciprocate in a way that kept me motivated, where this guy is like just on point. So that's my 1 year story.
Yeah, well, congratulations. I've seen this before. These well-to-do guys, they will keep a woman like this around as one of his orbiters, older than what he usually settles for, as far as women that he's going to smash. And he will keep this woman around because obviously she's willing to drive an hour and a half to come to him to smash and stuff. So it's very convenient for this man to start doing this. So there's no doubt in my mind that he won't keep up this arrangement until obviously she starts to push, and then he's going to pull away, and then she'll make a TikTok about that. I am going to keep tabs on this woman like I have been. If any sort of major developments arise, I will be sure to let you guys know. I do like to not only cover the sad and angry and the bitter, but also like to cover these sort of temporary nice videos that some of these individuals tend to put out, because sooner or later it becomes, well, we all know what it becomes. It becomes sour, and it becomes the videos where, well, I thought he was the one, but I guess I was wrong. And then you have the two choices. Does she do the give up on dating rant and all men are pigs rant, or does she do the gotta get back out there and play the rant? So it's either way, whichever chooses to make at the end of this, the only person really going to benefit at the end is going to be me, because I will be here to make another reaction to it. But let me know what you guys think. That's going to be the end of today's video. Comment if you have something to say, like the video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.